After many months of anticipation, the Saladin Relic is finally here. But should you be investing in it? Join me as I break down everything you need to know. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video from your very own Shappy Gaming. Today we are going to be breaking down the Saladin Relic, if you should be investing in it, and really what value it adds to this commander. I will also be revealing all of the different testing reports that I've done, and be sure to check the chapters in the video description below, and you can actually go through and see which ones are interesting to you. So first things first, why do you care to use Saladin in the current gameplay in Season of Conquest? Saladin is a commander that's fairly tanky, deals a good bit of damage, and requires low investment. So typically you'll have him at 5-5-5-1. And that's usually where people will leave him. You can pair Saladin with numerous different commanders. In KVK2, sometimes people put him with YSG. The typical pairing is also Saladin William. You can also use Saladin Cao Cao, or even Saladin Mina or Saladin Nevsky. My favorite pair for Saladin is actually Saladin Takeda. So he's fairly viable in Season of Conquest. He's not a meta commander. I'd say he's probably B or maybe even C tier, but he is very useful if you only have 1 or 2 cavalry marches and you need more. I would put him as kind of a must-have if you're a cavalry main. So his relic has given him cavalry attack of plus 10% and march speed of plus 10%. Practically, this sounds great. I think Saladin does need the ability to run away because he is a B or C tier cavalry commander, so you want to be able to run away when you're being targeted, as well as you may want to be able to chase a farm killer or someone who's hitting and running, and with Saladin William, you've got a lot of march speed to do that. Cavalry attack is nice because Saladin's skills typically, I believe, don't favor that. So if we come and we look at my Saladin over here, his first skill is direct damage factor, march speed reduction, healing effect reduction, and then he's got defense bonus, attack bonus, and march speed bonus. That march speed is bringing him up to 15% march speed, which is huge, and the attack bonus is bringing him up to 30% attack. He does have defense and attack out of the box, but he doesn't have any health, at least it doesn't look like. So this relic is fairly good for Saladin. I don't know if it's game-changing, but I would say that it's fairly good for him. Now, what happens when we actually apply this in game and see how it works out? Well, I did that for you guys. So I did a number of tests with my good friend Mohawk. Huge shout out and thanks to him for making this possible. But I tested Saladin before Relic as well as after Relic. I also threw double C in here and tested before Relic and after Relic just for you guys to get a little bit of a taste of that. So here is Saladin William versus Nevsky Joan, and this is Mohawk's Nevsky Joan. I believe Mohawk is VIP 18, but we can look at some of the buffs here, and his should remain the same pretty consistently here. But it wasn't bad. As I said, neither my William nor my Saladin are maxed. You've got William at 5552 and Saladin at 5551. So going against Nevsky Joan max, this is a tough matchup, and we actually didn't do too bad. Nevsky Joan did a lot of damage. We took 56,000.9 power damage, and he took 24.6 thousand. Remember that because that's going to be relevant later on. Now, how did it work with some of the other pairings? Well, I threw Saladin Cao Cao in there, and this is before Relic, before second Relic for Cao Cao, and before any Relic for Saladin. And we did all right. We didn't do as well as we had previously with Saladin William, which makes complete sense to me. The other variable that we're not taking into account here is this is a one-on-one duel. So a lot of William's benefits of hitting multiple targets or swarming a single target is not really applying here. So just keep that in mind. Even though it seems closer than it might be, Saladin William is still probably my recommendation for go-to pair. Now, I did throw in Saladin Mehmed here. This is Mehmed with full Relic, so this is both Relics. And it did all right. It did all right. You've got 15,992 severely wounded compared to 14,216, and you dealt just about the same amount of damage, maybe a little bit more, but personally, I don't think it's worth it. You took at least an extra 1,000 severely wounded, So I'm not crazy about that. So our Saladin Cao Cao did all right originally. So now we popped the second relic on Cao Cao. And we did way better. So we didn't take much more damage at all, actually. So we went from 60.9 to 60.5. So we took less damage, as to be expected. And he took, I believe, more damage. Yeah, but previously he lost 24.4 thousand power. Now he lost 27.8, which makes it so, if you look, Saladin Cao Cao actually did more damage with relics, with just the Cao Cao relics, than Saladin William did out of the box. And this is why I caveated and said, just a heads up, William is not getting a lot of the benefits of those extra skills. This was fairly interesting. If you guys want to see the Cao Cao relics, here they are. It's cavalry health plus 30% and active skill damage factor plus 300. I really like Saladin Cao Cao, especially with these buffs, because we know Saladin does not have any health buff, and then the active skill damage factor is nice because both Saladin and Cao Cao don't deal quite as much punch as we might want. So that's fairly decent pairing, and the test was really insightful. So what happens if we add in some relics? So here, I believe, was our first relic battle with Saladin with the relic. Yep, there we go. We can see that. Oh no, that's the Mehmed. So there's our Mehmed test. Here is our Saladin William with the Saladin Relic. And as you can see, we added that, and it was 54.5 thousand damage taken and 26,000 damage dealt. But that's not all that much better than the Cao Cao one. And so this is where things get really interesting, because you took less damage, but you also dealt less damage. Personally, I would still prefer William, because I do think with William, you're getting much more benefit within a swarm. But if you don't have William 5551, or you just have CC maxed, I would probably say Saladin Cao Cao is fairly viable, especially if you're looking to hit and run. Very quick march. So I thought that was insightful. And let's look at Saladin Cao Cao with both relic. And here you see some of the most damage that there is. You've got 58.6 damage taken, which is way less than we saw previously with Saladin Cao Cao, and 27.7 thousand damage dealt, which ironically is less than we did previously. And so part of me is wondering if there is some randomness that goes on with the skill triggering, but I think that it's pretty close. And in my humble opinion, I think Saladin Cao Cao is great for a one-on-one battle. So if you are chasing someone, you could totally use them. Now, last but not least, we've got Saladin Nevsky, which I threw at his Nevsky Joan. We dealt way more damage than we've dealt previously. And let's talk about if this is worth it. So I did a little bit more damage whenever I used the relic. At least it seemed that way. The relic is fairly viable. It gives you extra march speed, and the attack bonus doesn't hurt. The question you may be asking is it worth it for you to actually use? My answer is going to be very simple. If you are using Saladin in your lineup today, the bonuses that you get here are going to add value to your standard deployment of your troops. That said, the way the cost of these work for these relic coins, etc., is that the cost goes up with every new commander that you unlock here. So you may be better off not unlocking this for Saladin if you're not planning on using him within your 5-bar setup, especially if you want to use someone like Julius Caesar or Minamoto or some of the other commanders that you can get from here. I hope that this has been insightful. I know it gave me a lot of insight. I'm glad that I did it because I used Saladin, but again, might not. I hope this has helped. If it has, be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Thank you all.